Well, I was born outside of the United States. I was actually born in Dundee, Scotland. My parents and I came here to the United States when I was approximately 2 years of age, and we settled in Northeast Ohio, a little west of Cleveland. I spent most of my formative years growing up in the Cleveland area. I kind of consider myself a native Clevelander. I've been a die-hard Cleveland Indians and Cleveland Browns fan my whole life. I did my undergraduate education at Cleveland State University in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. I majored in biology, and while I was a student, I also swam competitively and was a 4-year varsity letterman for Cleveland State swim team, something I'm kind of proud of. I met my wife while I was a resident in Dayton, Ohio. We've been married for approximately 17 years, just a little shy of 17 years now. She was in her first job after finishing her degree while in the Dayton area. We were introduced by a good friend of mine and who was close friends with my wife's sister. We have 2 kids, both are boys. They are currently 13 and 11. We've been in Logansport now for approximately, just shy of 10 years now. It'll be 10 years in August. When I went to college, I really did not have the expectation of going into medicine. I had planned leaving high school that I would probably think about a career in actually marine biology. As a product of the 70s, I grew up watching a lot of Jacques Cousteau in his TV programs for National Geographic, and that was a big interest of mine when I was growing up. I've always been a bit of a science and math geek, but at the prodding of my mom and dad, they really kind of sat me down and said, you really should consider doing something such as medicine. I think your personality is better suited for that. Probably the biggest thing I like about our specialty is that we get to have a very good ongoing relationship with patients that can last many, many, many years. And you can have, I think, for the most part, most of our patients are very healthy, and the impact that we make is usually something that's very, very positive, and that alone is very rewarding. Having been in Logansport here for some time now, I've had the great opportunity to be a part of some people's lives over and over and over again, being able to deliver many kids in some families. I have a lot of families now where I've delivered at least 2 kids. There's quite a few where there's been maybe 3, and even have a handful now where I've delivered 4 children in a certain family, and that's very rewarding, but it's also quite a privilege to be able to be involved with people's lives that significantly over such a long period of time. One of the things that I found, and I think is probably the most important thing that I do with my patients, is the ability to listen. I think being able to listen to somebody carefully and really understanding what they're saying is probably the most important thing that I do. Our job as physicians, I believe, sometimes is not really to be people's friends. It's really nice when that happens, but it doesn't always happen, and it doesn't always have to happen. My job isn't to tell people what they want to hear, it's to tell them what they need to hear. And that can be a very difficult thing both for physicians to say and do with patients, but it's also very difficult and can be sometimes painful for a patient to have to hear. But I think it's that honesty that's kind of required in order to be able to provide good care. Both my wife and I came from small towns, so we actually came to a small town by choice. We could have lived in big cities, we chose not to. I think working in a smaller hospital, we have the opportunity to provide more services to our patients, and actually kind of need to, because we are removed from bigger hospitals. So there's a need for this, and we're able to provide more services, I think, to them. I think working in a smaller community, in a smaller hospital, is a more personal experience. You take care of the people that are your friends. You take care of the people that are your family. It's the people that you go to church with, the people that you see at the grocery store. It's the people that are the parents of the kids that your kids go to school with that we take care of. And I think because of that, there is no real anonymity living in a small town like this or working in a small community. And there, along with that goes a significant more responsibility and accountability because of it. As the senior partner doing obstetrics in our group, I've been involved tremendously in shaping what our obstetrical unit has become over the last several years. The success of our unit in providing the best care possible is something I take personally. I have a very collegial and collaborative relationship with our nursing staff, many of whom are close friends. We genuinely care about each other and the care we provide our patients. I think patients see that in the way that we interact with each other and with them. I think we provide a level of personal care that they would not get in a larger facility. A lot of the credit for that goes to the wonderful women who work in our unit. I love working with them, and they truly make me better at what I do.